I just always pray to Divine Mother. I said, please be with me always. Be with me, with my family, with my loved ones. And when I pray, I said, take care of all your children, you know? And I pray for different people. Like I pray for Mom and I pray for my friends. I think there's a power in prayer, you know? I just talk to Divine Mother all the time. I just ask her to protect me. Because even when I drive, I always say a prayer, protect me, Divine Mother. I always talk to her. That's my mantra. That's what I live by, Divine Mother. And that's my Divine Mother right there. And that little one I take with me always. She's Mary, but she was the first thing I bought when I got my paycheck. And she's been with me forever, since I was 23 or 5. And this Divine Mother is the bigger version. I saw her at one of our events, and I saw her, she just grabbed me. I said, my God, this is Guan Yin, the Chinese goddess of mercy, in Indian colors. So that's Bala and me. So I had to have her. So I bought her, and you won't believe it. We used to live in Hancock Park, and we had a 4,000 square foot house. We had a lot of furniture, a lot of stuff, a lot more than I have now. I got too much stuff now, but I had stuff galore there. And the man, you know, he packs everything in this big truck or whatever. And he comes to me and gives me this package. I said, why are you giving me this? You have put everything in the truck. Rolled up in there was Divine Mother. I said, my God, she doesn't belong there. She belongs with me. So I put her in my Montero, and I knew I was so protected. Nothing could happen to me. And I told my kids when they were young, I said, if anything happens, earthquake, anything, you run to Divine Mother. And they both swear to me they have heard her talk. So, you know, I live by, to me, God is a living God. And I mean, you know, God, what attracted me to the path I go to, I remember when Bala and I first went in 1973, we saw this brochure, and it said, if God cannot help you in the littlest things like your tests, and I was a student at that time, if he cannot help you in the littlest things and to the biggest thing, what use is of him? And that hit me so hard. I say, okay, I'm going to pray for Divine, well, I didn't call her Divine Mother at that time. I'm going to pray to God for my, you know, my test, my final. And that was the beginning of my path. And I thought that made so much sense, because if you live the spiritual life, you can't just live it one day a week. You got to live it all the time. So I try to do that. You know, I mean, like everybody else, I have my faults, and sometimes they will say, well, why are you getting mad? You're supposed to be spiritual. Well, I'm human too. You know? So I try, but to me it's important.